One of the major milestones I wanted to unlock is to buy a condo unit. Before I decided to have one, marami akong kinonsider kung kaya ko ba siyang i-sustain, kaya ko bang bayaran yung monthly amortization, or even ma-approve ba ako sa bank if ever mag-loan ako. One of the main reason why I decided to buy one is because hindi naman ako forever freelancer, so I have to invest in properties to have a passive income. And to be able to do that, I need to buy a property and then rent it out. May option naman na magre-rent ako ng ibang properties and then ipaparent ako sa Airbnb. But since it will be my first time, I want to be hands-on sa sarili kong property. Although it is a big risk, at least may napuntahan yung pera ko and nakapag-invest ng property. So it has been 8 months since I launched my very first Airbnb rental unit, and fortunately, fully booked siya. Kaya na niyang bayaran yung monthly amortization. Like for example, my monthly amortization is around 42,000. Kailangan niyang mag-exceed or more to be able na hindi ako mahihirapang magbayad dun sa expenses. There are some overhead costs aside from the monthly amortization. Isa na yung association dues, yung real property tax, yung bayad sa cleaner, on-call cleaner, and then yung bayad sa laundry. Kasi nga, short-term rental, so every now and then, papalitan yung mga beddings. Of course, hindi naman ako yung pupunta sa unit para maglinis. I have to save my time, so I hired an on-call cleaner na maglilinis every time na mag-check out yung guests. So I listed the property primarily through Airbnb. Nag-focus muna ako sa Airbnb before ko siya nilist sa Agoda and Booking.com. Airbnb because it is easier to use. There are so many users, there are so many travelers that prefer Airbnb compared to other platforms. And I really like the rate and review setup dun sa Airbnb. Yun yung pinocus ko kasi once na ma-establish na yung profile sa Airbnb, madali na lang makahanap ng mga guests, or yung property mo, madali na lang ma-search dun sa Airbnb platform. And to list my property through Airbnb, I have to prepare these things. First, of course, the unit information. You have to write a description about the property, kung ilan ba yung bedrooms, kung may full kitchen ba, kung may toilet and bath, kung ilan yung toilet and bath, kung may dining, or kung gaano kalaki yung TV. All of those details na dapat nakalista dun sa description. And then, aside from that, the amenities, kung ano ba yung mga nasa property mo, like kung may swimming pool ba, may gym ba, may playground ba, kung ano ba yung mga perks ng mga guests if they book your property. Next is the essentials. It is optional, but I think it is a plus once you offer these kinds of essentials like the towels, if may shampoo or body wash ba, if may guest kits for dental care, if may sleepers, if may tissue, and of course, yung TV may subscription ba ng Netflix or any streaming apps. Those are optional, but it will be a big plus kasi yun yung mga na-appreciate ng mga guests. Next is the operation. You cannot do it yourself. Hindi pwede na ikaw yung pupunta sa property mo para maglinis and all of that. It is a waste of time. You have to hire someone that can do it better than you. A very trusted cleaner. Siya na bahala maglinis ng lahat, mag-styling ng towels, mag-prepare ng mga kits. And also, you have to require the cleaner to send you before and after photos. Every sulok. It is very helpful to keep track as well if meron bang nawawala or meron bang na-damage na mga gamit para ma-communicate agad yung guests. And speaking of communication, the cleaner must communicate all the time. Kung wala na bang supplies, wala na bang body wash, wala na bang ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Next is auto messaging. I know that communication is very vital in any businesses, and Airbnb or any platform Meron silang automatic messaging. Like for example, if the guest successfully booked for this given date, may naka-trigger na message na magsisend sa kanila kung ano yung check-in instructions, kung ano yung dapat nilang malaman, like the Wi-Fi password or etc. So yeah, set up those automatic messaging before the check-in, during the check-in, or after the checkout, and even a message asking them for rate and review. That is very, very helpful kasi hindi na every time na ikaw yung magre-reply real time, but as much as possible, if there are some messages na hindi natitrigger yung automatic messaging, kailangan mo talagang replyan yung mga queries kasi sayang din. Another thing is social media account. Even though the Airbnb can market on its own, as long as maganda na yung profile sa Airbnb, do not underestimate your social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, or any social media accounts, even TikTok. Post the snippets, post the pictures of your property. And at the very beginning, I paid Meta ads to really advertise my property para marami yung makakita. Kasi bago pa yung property, so I need to do marketing that I can. Short term or long term. I know Airbnb is a platform na pwedeng makabook ng even 1 night or 2 nights or even 1 week. Nasa iyo if how many days or kung ano yung limit ng number of nights na pwedeng mabook ng mga guests. I decided na short-term rentals because profit-wise, mas malaki siya kasi like for example, the price is 3,599 per night and then fully booked siya for 30 days. So, sobrang laki niya compared to long-term rentals. Yung pros and cons lang ng dalawa is that yung long-term rentals, walang masyadong maintenance kasi sila na bahala maglinis, sila na bahala mag-laundry, etc. whatsoever. Sa short term, you have to take good care of the linens, pa-laundry every now and then. Mas malaki yung income dito, mas grabe yung maintenance, mas grabe yung operation. Pero dito sa long term, hindi masyadong malaki yung kita. Hindi ka sure if ma-sustain or mapangalagaan yung property. So how about pricing? You have to be flexible in terms of your pricing. Like for example, walang magbubook tomorrow, bakante pa yung unit. You have to decide if maghihintay ka ba na may magbook or ilo-lower mo yung price. Yun yung ginagawa ko pag medyo tagilid. Like for example, every Monday, masyadong mahina yung Monday. So I decided na pag wala talagang magbook, i-lower yung price or to market it sa Facebook na last price for this day para may magbook dun sa specific na day na yun. It is better than having a zero or wala talagang magbook. So yeah, there are milestones as well pag Airbnb host ka na. Una is yung superhost status. Every quarter, nag-a-assess yung Airbnb if qualify ka to be a superhost. I launched my Airbnb December 2025. Nung January, first week ng January, nag-assess na yung Airbnb if pasok ako sa superhost status. Yung requirement lang naman is at least 10 nights bookings, 100% communication rate. Since fully book ako nung December, automatic na naging superhost ako nung January. Aside from the superhost, there is top 10%, top 5%, top 1% of homes in Airbnb. Malaki yung hatak din niya kasi yun yung nakikita ng mga guests na may integrity, may quality yung service ng property mo, yung unit mo if belong ka sa top 5%, top 1%. And of course, the rate review 5-star status. You have to bear in mind as well na kahit na ilang 5-star pa yan, kung may isang mag 4-star, automatic siya na 4.99 rating na sa Airbnb, which is yun yung nangyari sa akin. You have to understand na hindi naman always yung mga guests, pareha yung mga gusto. May guest talaga na even though na it's not your fault, ikaw pa rin yung masisisi. So, binigyan ako ng 4-star, naging 4.99 na siya. Anyway, that's the reality. Although I really wanted to be consistent with the 5-star status, but yeah, it already happened, 4.99, I'm fine with it. So yeah, I'm so happy and contented because fully booked na siya every month. Kahit hindi na ako masyadong malakas sa marketing kasi yung Airbnb na mismo yung nagre-recommend dun sa mga guests. So, first page na siya pag sinesearch and that's the most important thing. Hindi ko siya inakala actually na kaya ko pala. To the point na I'm living on my own dream na merong passive income, na merong condo unit, it's a dream come true, and I hope na I can sustain it and then I can expand it. So yeah, to more unlocking milestones, and I hope na you also have a bigger goal. It is a very big risk, but I don't know what will happen kung hindi ko siyang tinry. At least ngayon, tinry ko, and I'm so thankful na it is doing well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.